Hello there, welcome to CoreTV News at 4. I am Gift Ogete. President Muhammadu Buhari has assured Nigerian youths that the ongoing anti-corruption campaign would secure their future. In an address to members of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NAS, who marched to the presidential villa to pledge their full support for his anti-corruption campaign, President Buhari promised that he will do his best to please Nigeria well on the way to becoming the nation of their dreams. In his remarks, NAN's president, Comrade Tijani Usman Shehu, said the students were united against corruption, cybercrime, prostitution, human trafficking, drug abuse, and other antisocial vices. Nigerian students demand that our future must be secured, and we strongly believe in the president's zero tolerance for corruption. President Muhammadu Buhari has declared his administration's readiness to take all necessary steps to end incessant worker strikes in vital sectors of the Nigerian economy. At a meeting with the Permanent Secretary and Directors of the Federal Ministry of Labour, President Buhari said he was disturbed by the seemingly endless strikes in Nigeria's health sector. The President directed the Permanent Secretary, Clement Ilo, and directors in the Ministry of Labour to liaise with other stakeholders to work out proposals to end recurring strikes in all critical sectors. Please, just give me...
Are normal in human society. Society itself is conflict endemic. But the question is, what is our ability to manage? So, if you look at strikes, for instance, in the public sector, what is responsible? What are the causal factors for strikes? If you're able to diagnose that, then you'll be able to know the Ministry of Labour is one of the most proactive in terms of using the machineries of conciliation. And we have several sources of generating information. We read the newspapers, you have a director in charge of press. Every morning what he does is to all the labor issues in Nigeria, he will get all of them, tabulate all of them. Then from there, straight, the machinery of apprehension. We apprehend, we mediate, we conciliate, we also send to the Industrial Arbitration Panel. And if it fails, it goes to the National Industrial Court of Nigeria. So the ministry is one of the most proactive. And in recent times, since the inception of this administration, you will know that with the change mantra, the change agenda, the level of strikes has significantly reduced.
The Northeast Caucus of the National Assembly has justified the political appointments so far made by President Muhammadu Buhari. The senators argued that the appointments were made in national interest and not on any sectional or ethnic consideration. The federal lawmakers, led by Senator Danjuma Guje, said at a news conference in Abuja that there was no basis for the hues and cries over the recent appointments.
Even in the party, we don't zone the position of SDF. We don't zone the position of chief of staff. But we zone other positions. So I was wondering when I read through the papers these days, people are making a lot of huge cry about the SDF, about chief of staff. These had all been appointments that were made by the chief executives based on the knowledge of the people they are appointing, not based on where they come from.
The president, being a former head of state, as a military man, who has fought the Metasene group way back in the early 80s, felt that the people that can work and bring about development rapidly should be people within that zone. And by taking whoever he felt that he has appointed are people that have worked with him closely before now and have earned his integrity, and I believe he will be more comfortable working with people that can deliver the dividends of democracy.
The Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, has assured the Independent National Electoral Commission of the readiness of the police to provide adequate security during the Kogi and Bayelsa governorship elections. A Force Public Relations Officer, Bisi Kolawole, said in a statement that Arase gave his words when he paid a call on the INEC leadership in Abuja. He said the visit was aimed at cementing the existing relationship between the police and the Commission and ensuring the actualization of its mandate. The police spokesperson noted that the IGP had directed police commissioners nationwide to ensure adequate security at INEC offices and election tribunal sittings. For her part, acting INEC chairman Amina Zakari reiterated the Commission's readiness to work with the police in ensuring the success of the upcoming elections in Kogi and Bayelsa states. The alleged 100 days covenant with Nigerians credited to President Muhammadu Buhari during his campaign has continued to generate reactions from Nigerians. Meanwhile, human rights activists held different views as to the authenticity of the alleged document. CoreTV News was at a rally held in honor of late lawyer and human rights activist Gani Fahimi in Lagos and sounded them out.
The rally on Wednesday began at the famous Ikeja Underbridge area of Lagos State as part of activities lined up to commemorate the 6th year anniversary of Gani Fahimi's demise, with the procession terminating at the Gani Fahimi Freedom Park, Ojota. Speeches of leaders of the movement centered on the need to immortalize the late senior advocate of the masses.
We also want to use this occasion to demand that the National Human Rights Commission must, headquarters in Abuja, must and should be named after Chief Gani Fahimi.
Organizers of the rally, however, disagree on the validity of the alleged document detailing the plans of President Muhammadu Buhari for Nigeria and Nigerians within his first 100 days in office. While a former chairman of Amuro Dofin local government, Ayodele Adewale, commended the federal government for keeping to the promise made to Nigerians during his campaign. Chairman of the Gani Fahimi Memorial Organization, Ayodele Akele, challenged President Buhari to fulfill his alleged first 100 days in office covenant with the people.
Gone are those years where the vote of the Nigerian people never counted. But you voted for change. You have changed, and change has started. Change is not by one man alone. Change is by all and sundry.
The idea is better for Buhari to adjust himself and at least execute some of his campaign promises that I remember God. He promised God, my brothers and sisters, the youth that are jobless, 5,000 naira every month. Now it's all dead 3 months arrears.
As the leadership of the All Progressive Congress, APC, continues to dissociate the party from the alleged document, Nigerians are eagerly waiting for President Buhari to make their lives more meaningful. Abiola Oluwole, CoreTV News, Lagos.
As part of efforts to secure the lives and property of its people, Imo State government has set up an additional security outfit called Imo Niger Delta Security Network to secure the affairs of the oil-producing communities of the state. Imo State correspondent Ajibade Ofessor reports that not fewer than 250 persons have been recruited into the outfit to combat the incessant killing of innocent Nigerians and vandalism along the axis. The report.
While unveiling the newly recruited young men at the Imo State Government House, Governor Rochas Okorocha states expected level of performance. He, however, reiterated that his administration will no longer condone any unlawful acts by anyone along the oil-producing communities.
Your first responsibility will be to flush out all these evil men and women and young boys of Ohajebema and Logota who have men, lives, and who have killed innocent citizens, to make sure they do not operate again within the Ohajebema and Logota axis. Recently, the Inspector General of Police emphasized on community policing. This is indeed our own contribution towards community policy. And I believe that when communities are allowed to man the affairs of their communities, they will do better than any outsider coming to man the affairs of their community.
The boss of the Imo Security Network, who is also overseeing the affairs of the Imo Niger Delta Security Network, INDSN, assures the readiness of the men to discharge their duties successfully.
The percentage of Konhaji, they are no more in the pilot because of all these boys, bad boys. So what the government did was to innovate the security men for them to go and push out these criminals and deal with them. That was what the governor did. The governor is a security wizard, a man that has vision. You see, all the pipelines and the killing of people, Hajibama, for now, must stop.
For his part, Deputy Chief of Staff Kingsley Uju, who has been the brain behind the development, says the project will also ameliorate the level of unemployment in the state.
The formation of Imo Oil Producing Area Security Network is a joyous and laudable project created by the governor and the people of Ahajima and Oguta. You can see their mood, you can see it on their faces. They are celebrating the formation. This is one of the greatest opportunities handed over to the people of the oil producing area.
Ajibade Awofeso, CoreTV News, Owerri.
It's CoreTV News at 4. We'll take this break. Please stay with us.
Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face. They don't put words into my mouth. Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I said to hell.
On Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
Every weekday, we'll bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has the right in Nigeria,
where you are the judge.
This is what the people are saying.
You don't run a big economy with generator. They need to do more in terms of energy and power.
Many things to do for this Nigeria about lights, water, and new TT.
For Nigerians that are not gullible, we know that good laws are done nothing good for this country.
Buhari won the election convincingly.
Talk to our husband that you should keep promise about what you said, and because people are watching you, another election is coming.
Because some people will stand for Yoruba land, will be strong man. You don't die.
This nation is moving forward. The best is going to take place.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. Now for more information on CoreTV News, you can reach us on our social media platforms on Facebook, facebook.com/CoreTV News. On Twitter at CoreTV News NG. And YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV News. Continue with the rest of our stories. A group of protesters stormed the National Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress in Abuja to register their displeasure over the emergence of Abubakar Audu as a party's governorship candidate for the forthcoming election in Kogi State. They say the former governor has to clear his name of allegations of money laundering for which he has been standing trial, but Audu described the protesters as political detractors who are bent on stopping Kogi State from moving forward.
90% of the people in National Assembly have case in the EFCC. That's one. Two, because you have a case in the EFCC does not make you a criminal. The country constitution says you are innocent of any case until the court proves you guilty. Three, I have contested the election since 2007. 4 elections, passed through all the processes of election. So what are they talking about? I contested in 2003, I contested in 2007, I contested in 2011. And I had the EFCC case since 2003. That did not deprive me from contesting election. What are they talking now? It's those people who have no electoral value, and they think they can use cheap means to disarm me. I think that's a very unfortunate situation. I've been to 4 courts in Lokoja on the same case. When I'm about winning the case, they want to pass judgment in my favor, EFCC will withdraw the case and go to another court.
The federal government has assured Nigerians of an open government that could be scrutinized by the people. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo made the promise at the 45th Conference of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria in Abuja. He also spoke about the government's readiness to provide the enabling environment for the private sector to thrive in all sectors of the economy.
Thank you for your
reorientation of national values. I think that one of the critical things that we need to do as a nation is that there has to be a reorientation of our national values. We have to reward entrepreneurship and not just rent seeking. A lot of those who are very wealthy in our country and who are celebrated cannot point to any industry, they cannot point to any business, and they are extremely wealthy. We need to have entrepreneurs who are truly entrepreneurs who are creating opportunity and creating jobs. What we have at the moment is a lot of rent-seeking individuals who are able to make large sums of money and who are extremely successful in terms of wealth, but contribute very little to the economy. We have to reward originality, and that's one of the reasons why we have to fight piracy. We have to reward originality in inventions, in entertainment, in music. We have to reward integrity. It has to be clear to people that integrity pays.
The benefits derivable from this seminar or conference is quite enormous. It's enormous in terms of your opportunity to network, opportunity to listen to current developments within the economy, especially from the movers of the economy itself or the people who are in charge.
It affords us opportunity of bringing accountants together to rub minds on charting ways forward, and at the end of the day, we'll be able to improve the economy with the knowledge gain in this conference, with the quality and caliber of lecturers that we have. We've just listened to the Vice President and other notable Nigerians yesterday, and even tomorrow too. We'll be rounding it up with a communique. It will surely improve the quality. We had opportunity of making suggestions, which the VP to also take note. And he promised us to implement those, and he has even given us another window of reaching out to him with more suggestions. And it's really a beneficial conference.
The acting national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Amina Zakari, has sworn in the recently appointed resident electoral commissioner for Jigawa State, Abdullahi Kugama. She urged Kugama, who is a one-time secretary of the commission, to bring his wealth of experience to bear on his new job. The acting INEC chairman also admonished the commission staff to key into her agenda of repositioning the election management body for better service delivery.
Once my official
decisions or by official decisions.
That I would implore all of you to be diligent, hardworking, so that you can also be recognized to these higher positions. And this will certainly lead to institutional building, because the institutions need to be built, not the individuals as it's currently being advocated. With these remarks, I'd like to congratulate once more Alhaji Kaugama and welcome him back home to where he has always belonged.
It is the initiative of the Commission forwarded to the President of this country from the full of the staff. And I have seen how rich is my curriculum, and I have gone through all the process. You can see in the Senate, also they have been asking me what can I add to improve on the electoral activity for the future elections and so on. And also this is always what I said. Already the 2015 election has been very successful, and though I retired 2013, but all the plan, I think we planned together. It's only before the implementation I retired. But what I said, nonetheless, there are some observations which I personally made. And with this present appointment, and I think the areas where we have seen that there are some problems, I think I can contribute to update what we are aiming at.
The new Osun State Commissioner of Police, Kola Shodipo, has called for support and cooperation from members of the public to make it easier for the police to succeed in the discharge of their duties. Shodipo made this plea during his familiarization visit to Governor Ralph Arabeshala at the Government House, Osogbo, the state capital. The CP, who expressed his belief the success of the force depends largely on the cooperation of the people via community policing, also promised to do all within his power to ensure that Osun remained very peaceful.
I want to do better than he has done, because in any place you want to do better than your predecessor. And I promise that I will do my best to make sure that the state is peaceful as it is. I believe so much in community policing, because I tell my people all the time, we are just less than 5,000. How will you manage over 4 million people? It is not possible. The only way it can be is by being civil to members of the public, be their friends, respect their ideas. That's why we can work together. All over the world, the police cannot succeed without the community. So if UK, US, Canada can appreciate community policing, when they have all the gadgets, equipment, training, and they believe in the community, why not in Nigeria when we have such equipment and they have and the training? So I promise you, sir, that I will do my best and make sure by the grace of God that we succeed.
Since colonial period, we have a tradition of distinct separation between the military and the police. The police are the extension of the civil society in guarding against anything that will disturb the peace of that society. And that's why they very, very correctly call themselves the friends of the people. And that is why they struggle to have uniforms that will be attractive, appealing, and suiting. That is why they readily live with us. Even if they have the means, I know they don't have, to provide barracks for all of them, it's compulsory for police to live with and among the people. As the agency that is most visible in ensuring the safety of life and security of sale with property, we must see police as an extension of ourselves so as to ensure that we live peacefully, securely, without any threat at all to our life and our property.
It's CoreTV News at 4. We'll take another break. Stay with us.
This is what the people are saying.
You don't run a big economy with generator. They need to do more in terms of energy and power.
Many things to do for this Nigeria about lights, water, and new TT.
For Nigerians that are not gullible, we know that good laws have done nothing good for this country.
Buhari won the election convincingly.
Talk to our husband that you should keep promise about what you said, and because people are watching you, you know, another election is coming.
Also, some people will stand for Yoruba land. Will be strong man. You don't die.
This nation is moving forward. The best is going to take place.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Welcome back. 2 children have been paralyzed in the first polio outbreak in Europe for 5 years, according to the World Health Organization, WHO. Both cases were in Ukraine, where only half the children are fully immunized. The WHO said the risk of the virus spreading further in the country was high and that the outbreak needed to be rapidly controlled. Both were from southwestern Ukraine, near the border with Romania, Hungary, Slovakia and Poland. Wild polio leads to paralysis in 1 in every 200 infections, while the vaccine-driven strain tends to be milder. The last cases in Europe were in Russia in 2010, when 14 people were paralyzed when a wild polio strain was imported from Tajikistan. And now sports. Wales are above England in the FIFA rankings for the first time as they prepare for Thursday's Euro 2016 qualifier against Cyprus in Nicosia. Chris Coleman's team held on to 9th, their highest ever position, while England fell 2 places to 10th. Beating Cyprus would leave Wales within 1 win of qualifying for next year's European Championship in France. Wales manager Coleman said the new rankings would be a confident boost, but said success was making Euro 2016 as Scotland have risen 1 place to 31st, while Northern Ireland 41st and Republic of Ireland 51st have both fallen 1 position. Wales and England are both above European champions, Spain 11th and Netherlands 12th in a table topped by Argentina. And that's our bulletin for this hour. Please join us again. I am Gift or Gete. Good evening.